This week, Kale and I slow it down for a bit. We see a house that's pretty perfect and decide to put in an offer. We get to try our hand at farming while we house it for Kale's brother, and I also deliver some tough news to my dad and reflect on how quickly life can change. Kale and I are on our way to see that house that we like better than the other house we put in an offer on, which we never heard back from those sellers, but that's okay. And yeah, we'll show you bits of this new house because it sounds like our chances of getting it are good, but you never know. The car needs a clean so badly. You can barely see outside because of the grime.
It's gotten to the point where I'm embracing it.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna wash it the first day you were here, but then didn't get around to it, but now it's just like, why? Like, wear it. 04s went for under 4.
Which one? Under 4?
2400. This road bins.
2400.
2400 bins here. Yeah. It doesn't look as nice. I don't know if it's 50,000.
And they had, I think that's the one that had just an acre. It was just a single lot. That's what I was saying, that the house with the lot, I think would be equivalent to that one. And then you add the second lot and the timing of this being listed. Makes a big difference.
There's a grungy one with a tarp over it. I don't know if you got that far in the pictures, but it's not. Yeah. Okay, this is wider than I. Okay, so this is the soap layer, huh?
That's what it would be, yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty big.
Yep, lots of light for your filming.
Yeah, on a rainy day, so.
Yeah, even on a gray day. Plenty of light, yep.
And these big windows, all of them have just such beautiful views out of them.
Deal that in the last like 3 years, because everything,
A lot of them, yeah.
everything is going for more than.
This is a great room, and we can definitely use it.
I like these garage door openers on the wall here.
Possible packing station in here.
Does it? Okay.
And this is probably where we would set up our office. Both Kale and I will have desks in here. Nice bright room. Look at how drizzly it is today, but it just, so much light is still coming in. I love it. Love this wallpaper. So what do you think is the best part of the house so far, Kale?
Definitely the wallpaper.
You
Keep
like
the
that?
wallpaper, yeah.
Like the mint trim that they've added as a border?
Oh yeah. Matches the exterior of the house.
It really does. It's a master.
Yep, this is like a 70s master, you know, small, but like better than no master at all.
Yeah.
Bringing a driveway into the house that's back here seemed pretty reasonable.
So,
Let's do it.
you like
Let's
it?
go for this one. Yep. Yep.
It's the one.
It's the one.
It's definitely the
It's
one.
clearly the one. Yeah.
Clearly, yep.
Six of them. One's still warm. Oh, they got out.
Oh, there's another one.
Hey.
Oh, good grab. Hey, bud. Kill this chicken.
Hey, get out of here. They're all trying to come out now.
They're all escaping.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
What was it like holding them?
They're a meaty bird. It's like the whole chicken pop into the oven, but with feathers and that's alive.
Are they soft?
Yep, soft feathers. Yeah, I thought I locked one into the coop, but you're right. I count 11 too. 10 here, and then that one just went over. Probably to go lay.
Yep.
Hi, beautiful ladies.
Michelle's up.
Yep. Guilty.
Kale and I are house sitting for Kale's brother, Zach, and he has a farm. And part of our duties as house sitters is to grab the eggs from the chicken coop and feed the goats, let the dogs out.
Yep, Gibson's here with his distant cousin. Not really, just the fact that they're the same breed, Jazzy.
Yes, we're here for a few days, and then from here we're gonna head back north. When we look for a new house, one of the things that we are looking for is a house that has some land so that Kale can get into, maybe raising goats and chickens. So this is a good little trial run for him to see whether or not he likes it, or by the end of the week he's just totally against doing all of that.
Do you think I'm gonna like it, or do you think I'm gonna not like it?
Well, so far you seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
You seem to be really liking feeding hay to goats and getting eggs
Yeah.
from the chickens.
I think I would prefer sheep myself over goats, but
Yeah.
the goats are good practice. I like the farm eggs.
I don't love eggs in the morning, but I do know that farm eggs are delicious. Farm fresh eggs.
They're thicker, like the white part's thicker.
Mmm. Oh my goodness, that's really good.
And some cheese that I churned this morning too. The cheese is from the packet.
You know, do you churn cheese? I don't think you churn cheese. That's
I don't
butter
know.
you're thinking about.
Yeah, true. Maybe that'll be our next adventure is cheese.
That'd be cool. Kill and I knew a farmer in Midland that farmed, what was it, goat cheese?
Sheep cheese.
Sheep cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we just do sheep cheese? You love sheep.
Yeah.
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 Sheep farm. That's our
Sheep.
next venture.
They could potentially have so many different uses.
Yeah.
The wool, if you want to, like my coworker thought, or the other way that I had in mind.
Meat.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can drink.
And for soap.
Yeah, there you go. Sheep milk soap. I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
Sheep milk soap.
Yeah. So he milked sheep. That's so interesting.
For his cheese, not his soap.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We should have asked him. His name was Hans. We should have asked Hans for a little bit of sheep's milk to kind of make soap with.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hi, Pa.
Yeah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. The deal in our house fell through.
Fell through?
Yeah, the buyers didn't qualify for financing.
Oh my god.
I know.
So, they said that the housing market's paying up now.
Yeah, I've seen the article, so maybe we'll be back in contract soon. We don't know, but yeah, so far nothing yet.
Just be patient then.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell that one.
I think so.
Probably you're gonna get multiple offers.
We'll see. Yeah, we saw some articles too that said that it's gonna really pick up in April and then May. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it will, but we'll see.
You're gonna sell that one.
And then our visa process, that it was going to be 3 months. We looked again and it went from 3 months to 9 months.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so that's gonna take longer than we thought.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you're getting there.
that was my dad. He lives in Ontario with my mom and 2 sisters. I don't really talk much about my family, but yeah, I miss them every single day, and we do talk. So I wanted to update him on the situation, which at the same time, updating you guys on the unfortunate turn of events. You heard that right. The buyer of our house, their financing fell through, and because that was a condition, then of course the deal was no longer going through. And it sucks even more because Kayla and I found what we thought was the greatest house for us in our situation, and we can't move forward with that anymore. This process has been so up and down, and for a long time, Kayla and I have had a lot of luck with the housing market. Both times we've sold a property, it's been to cash buyers and conditions that they were based on a home inspection, or they waived that. But it's an entirely different market. We're in an entirely different price tier now, and of course the experience is completely different. And it has taught us a lot about selling a house. Even though we thought we knew everything, there's so much. And I think moving forward, Kayla and I are not going to look at houses until we know that the deal on our end is solid. And we also have decided moving forward to really vet the offers in the future, because yeah, it really sucks. It came out of nowhere and felt like we were on this momentum, this trajectory, and then it was just cut short. But that's life. Kale is at work right now, and I'm here at his brother's house. We're house sitting, and it's a really cool property. They have goats, as you've seen, they have chickens. It's been a nice space to process everything that's been going on, because it's been a lot of up and down and a lot of crazy emotions, a lot of thinking we've had to do over the past couple of days. Another big shock was that the visa process is now going to take an estimated 9 months to finish. That is a factor that we can't ignore. That if we were to sell the house, then I still have a visa to wait around for. So we don't know. It's just a very strange position to be in, because I've always been a planner. I've always been able to see where my life is going and do all of the steps that I need to do in order to get to that goal. But now it seems like I have no control over how things are going to play out, so it's becoming impossible to really plan things. We have friends that are planning an engagement party in Toronto in July, and I haven't bought a plane ticket for it because I don't know if I'm going to be in Calgary or Olympia, or who knows. My dad was being really sweet. He's being very positive, and I'm so grateful to him. I also need to put my head in that positive mindset too, that yes, it will sell. I don't know when, but it will. But I also need to think about, what if it doesn't? And Kayla and I have brought up that scenario, and we've played it out in our minds what we're going to do. And we think if it's still on the market by September, then we're just going to pull it, because we really can't be moving a lot of our furniture over those mountain passes from Calgary to Olympia. We're going to need some good weather for that. So if it does take that much longer, we're going to take it off the market and try again next spring. And we have to be okay with that, because that might be what we have to do. My business, it's going to have to remain on hiatus until we can figure it out. And as much as I don't like the idea of that, I don't see any other way, because we still plan on taking down that studio. Kale and I are gonna head back up to Calgary so that we can work on that together, stage it so that it's like a proper living space and not kind of a studio space with these stainless steel tables and these workstations. We want people to envision themselves in it, and I think staging it is just gonna help with the sale. We want our house to look the best that it can be and to appeal to as many people as possible. So we might have to do tweaks like that. We might have to paint some walls. We might have to clean up a few things here and there in order to get it to a place where people will want to offer us. So we'll see. A lot of unknowns. With the business being on pause, I have a lot more time now to focus on YouTube. I have more time to focus on formulation and my Patreon and posting on there more often, and that is not a bad position to be in. And I think during this time, while we're figuring things out, I probably will start to sell a few items through Etsy again. Not my main line, not Quench Bear's line, but my projects that I create during this hiatus that I'll probably start accumulating and collecting. I'll need to sell to people to get it out of my house, so I'll probably be doing that too. We were playing a game of cards the other night with Kale's family, and I don't know if you guys have heard of this card game. It's called Back Alley Bridge, and a lot of it, there is some skill to it that can affect whether or not you win, but a lot of it is luck. And right now Kale is on this really hot streak. He's won the past 3 games, but that is just the perfect analogy for life. How you can have winning hand after winning hand after winning hand, or you can have my experience with that game where I just seem to never get the good cards. But there's that human mentality that if you continue to get bad cards, the next hand is going to be amazing. But there's no guarantee, really, that the next hand is going to be great. All you can do is your best and react accordingly so that you're experiencing it in a way that is not detrimental to your mental health or not negatively affecting your relationships. You just have to cope with it the best that you can. Basically focus on what you can control, because yeah, those cards, they're not up to you. Who knows who's deciding your fate, but the only thing you can control is how you react to these situations, and that's the attitude that I'm trying to adopt moving forward. There's also this element of excitement for the unknown, because as tempting as it is to just be all doom and gloom and be negative and think, oh, no one wants to buy your house, there's also the possibility that tomorrow or even today someone can look at our house, be a cash buyer with a closing of 20 days, and all of our problems are behind us. There's always that possibility of that happening. Life throws the most interesting curveballs. As disappointed as I was, Kale and I were pretty disappointed. We were pretty devastated when the news came. We are still healthy, we're still young, we have such loving family, such a great support system, and we have each other. And that's one thing that I've been really, really grateful for, is that he's been here and we've been together. And I'm really excited for him to come back to Calgary with me, and going through that road trip by myself was exciting, exhilarating, but it is so much better when there's someone there with you, not just to help you drive, but for company. It makes a huge difference. It really does make 13 hours go by really fast. I was saying 12 hours in the other video, but it's 13 hours. I wasn't accounting for the hour that you lose when you go from Calgary's time zone to Olympia's time zone. So I'm actually looking forward to that road trip. For those wondering, Jiggy is doing fantastic. She's currently with Kale's parents because there's 2 cats here that don't get along with outside cats, so we're respecting that and keeping Jiggy with Kale's parents, and she's been loving their home. And I'm actually really surprised how well she has adapted to all of this change. She's such a great cat. And she's a great traveler too. Kale's looking forward to seeing Dempsey again, so we'll be showing you guys him reuniting with Dempsey. And I think during his trip, because he's only going for about a weekend, we're keeping Gibson here in Olympia. And it sucks having our family separated. Oh my gosh, all the stories that I've heard of people going through the same thing. A lot of military spouses that have gone through the same thing. A lot of people whose lives have been disrupted for whatever reason. So they're here and their spouse is here. Just some sort of separation that so many people have gone through but are now on the other side of it. All of your stories are so inspiring, and it happens to a lot of people. It sucks, but that's life. And I think with this visit here, Kale and I have decided that no matter what happens, we should make it a monthly thing to see each other. And that's what we're gonna do, because man, it's been so wonderful being down here and being with him. I'm drinking Kirkland Signature Sparkling Water, and this is really good stuff. We don't have that in Canadian Costco, at least the Costco in Calgary that I know of, but if they did, I would totally get them. But yeah, this is good. TC stuff. So this week's video wasn't the most upbeat, but that's okay. I'm really glad to be sharing this with you guys because you can see the reality of life's ups and downs and all that comes with it. I'm really working on, instead of wanting things, to just accept things as they are and experience all of life's crazy changes with the mindset that I'm doing my best with what I can control. And as I walked among these animals and dogs on this little farm, it was so easy to feel at peace with everything that's happening. I am really lucky to be on the path that I am on, and I await with true excitement what things I will encounter on that path with Kale and all of you by my side. Hi, Gibson!